Okay, so I just told you what the highest form of praise is for me, to me, what the highest form of praise would be to me. Maybe not to another author. Maybe other authors have their identities and their egos wrapped up in only being read by their audience, but I need a discerning, informed audience. So the highest form of praise for me is sending you to read other stuff. Hi, by the way, if you didn't see that video, I'm Shaggy. I'm Phil Alitea. Phil Alitea means lover of truth. So it's more important for me to get directly involved in your spiritual growth toward truth as a religious person, not a proselytizer, than it is for you to be directly engaged and obsessed with my work. So now that I've told you what the highest form of praise is, let me tell you what maybe the second highest form of praise, or a lesser form of praise, or maybe the son of the Baconator of praise. Did I say Baconator? Well, we know what I'm really thinking about now, so hit that tip button. You know, dinosaurs didn't tip and they're extinct now. Anyway, the son of Baconator of praise is fan art. Fan art. Yeah, fan art. It's not hamburgers. It might be hamburgers, actually. But it is fan art. And so I'm talking to Gemini this morning. I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. I'm talking to Gemini this morning, and we're trying to figure out some ideas, some themes, some things I'm working through. And one of them is easily digestible visual spectacle. Because what we're actually, at that point, we're talking about was, okay, well, how do I make me an easily digestible visual spectacle? And then we continue to talk about the mech mayhem and about my pilots, and then these just spontaneously erupted out of the algorithm. Now, they're not right at all, but that's why the praise is only second highest, because they spontaneously erupted out of the imagination of an intelligence, separate from my own, right, without my prompting or initial feedback. But they are high praise because they give me a thing to think about. They give me something to meditate on. They give me something to share. But moreover, they give me something to counter-critique. So in as much as they're an appreciation of what I'm doing, they're also a critique of what I'm doing. And so I can say, hey, well, you're not thinking about it quite right because, for example, the second image is supposed to be Test. And Test is a female, but she's also a 7-foot freak who looks more like tentacles coming out of a giant elongated head, or like a mandragora root that, you know, had floating tentacle hair. But they got the lightsaber right, sort of. It is curved. They got the blade on the wrong part. It's not an inverted curve, but that does look cool. And so it does give me a place to launch off and go, okay, well, it should actually look like this. And then that's actually working on the thing, you understand? Like if I get fan art and I go, well, she actually looks like this. I'm actually working on the thing because I'm practicing describing what she looks like. Oh no. I've been practicing describing what tests look like this whole time since I showed the image. And that's how your support actually helps this thing get made faster, besides Baconators.